Hello everybody! Welcome back, Hiveswap. So, this is laser deer, and I'm gonna click on it. Not only did your father replace this deer's eyes with creepy glass orbs, he installed some kind of antler-activated laser system in its head. Okay, now what? This noble creature spurns your batteries. Look at the hoof, arched up all spurn-like. That's a spurn hoof if you ever did see one. Okay. Frozen in his posture of supreme dignity, the deer doesn't deign to notice you're bugging him with garbage. Alright. You beckon the deer forward with a tasty pet treat. He's incapable of resisting temptation, but he's also incapable of movement, so he stays put. Stalemate. That's awesome. What does this deer know about keys? You got any key secrets, deer? Didn't think so. Ah, geez, you feel like a jerk. Why were you so mean to him? You wish he really did have a key secret. You wish it so hard you believe it to be true. Where are you hiding the key, you smug noble jerk? Okay. Did he just jostle a bit? What's your deal, buckaroo? Tap dance. No, ballet. To leap as nimbly as a deer is the highest challenge of the art. And a live deer, you mean. This poor guy's seen nimbler days. This is exactly the kind of thing that blah 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 blah. Okay, I don't seem to care about the fact that there are lasers shooting into this cat's face. Alright, whatever. Here we go. This is the kitchen, I think. Is this the kitchen? Oh, hello. Strife! Yay! Oh, there's more monsters outside. Batteries! Charge! Meta luck next time. Oh, did I miss? I guess I missed. Pogs! Flip the flap out! Nope. Flip skipped. Oh boy. Go, bag treats. Distract, detectable. Delectable what just happened? I have no idea. Use the heirloom. Too precious to weaponize. Okay. Tap dance. Pardon me, boy. Ta-da! Can you give me the shine? Can you give me a shine? Wait, so wait. Wait, something just glisten over here? Okay, pirouette. Opening night. Nope, he doesn't care. Panned. Tap dance down. Encore. Oh, yawn snore. Yeah, okay. Hey, over here. No, doesn't care. Okay, okay. I'm not sure if there's a certain number of times that he can punch the thing until the pigeon gets killed or whatever. So I'm gonna call him over here and then see if I can do anything. Can you give me a shine? Boop boop. Okay, can I hit him with the batteries now? Tough crowd. Maybe you need something with a little more flash. Playing for keeps. No? What is this glistening? No takebacks. Can I take that? Oh, I can. Got magic spice mix. Okay. Wait, so I can't use the batteries. Oh, I can. Sell high. Bonk. No, he doesn't care. Bye, Joe. Can I throw stuff at the pigeon? No. That would be stupid. Sorry, doing every possible thing is not very easy. Okay, use the things. Can I treat you? Bonk. Oh, I got hit in the face. That's upsetting. Can I pirouette from here? Dance like nobody's watching. Success. Because nobody was watching. I get it. It's funny. Can you hear me? No time for this. Wow. Can I combine these things? Oh, I can. Okay. The mysterious chemical process that produce power from the silver nubs on these batteries. They don't need any assistance from your sweet or your savory. Alright, this seems like a good time to do this, right? You don't hate pogs because they're bland. That would be a relief. They're so in your face and intense and radical, you can't stand them. Turn 12 already, pogs. I don't get it. Nah, they're already irresistible to pretty much all animals. Why gild a lily? Why gild a lily indeed. Your precious heirloom is already quite magical, thank you. And you have no desire to eat it. Oh boy. You don't really have any strong feelings about trying to use your spice mix with your tap dancing or whatever. So you're just going to list some words that might either be spices or tap dancing terms. Ready? Okay. Bomberche, grapevine, tanglefoot, rifle, cabonola. Now how many of those were tap and how many were spice? Give up? All tap. Tap dancing is wild. Okay, great. A light touch is everything, in the kitchen and on stage. Can I put them in my flashlight? Did that just do nothing? That did nothing. Me. A shaker full of season all magic spice mix. This doggone powder adds the taste of flavor to every bite. Thrill him with daylight. He doesn't care. Oh, I got him to turn around. Wait, so now can I throw the battery in his face? Mercy not included. Oh, now he's pissed. Okay. This is... Oh, jeez. This is gonna take a long time. Face full of slammers. Get a coffin already. Oh, get a coffin ready. Duh. What am I talking about? Okay, go pet treats. Fresh start. And not a single shit was given that day. Stalemate. Okay, wait, no, this is gonna say something to weaponize. Tap dance on him. Step gingerly. Ta-da! 1,000-yard a stare. Ah! Okay, I got it. It was funny. Wait, what happens if I click on myself and then click on him? You got his attention. What now? Do a pirouette. Pasta bourrée. Pasta board. Spice in your face. Spice to meet you. Ta-da! Magic powder. What the... Yay. Mixed success. I did it. Joey, thank you for tactically brilliant seasonings, murder. Oh, sorry. Let me try this again. Joey, thank you for tactical brilliant seasonings, murder. Virus has payload. Repeat, virus has payload over. Thanks. Do you know how I might get him down? He seems pretty terrified. Negative. Oh, negative. Virus simply has unfortunate mercenary streak. What? Should respond to enticement over. How do you bribe a pigeon? How do you bribe a pigeon? Sounds like setup for riddle or perhaps joke over. Bye, Jude. Over and out. I don't seem to be able to investigate the dead thing. So that's a little weird. Okay, I'm gonna look at this thing. It's actually more difficult to see through the window now that it has a hole in it. Open? Can I? Well, it's already pretty dang open due to it being broken. Use a spice. It's a filthy kitchen, and we have no food, but at least there's a gorgeous view. Yeah, thanks, monsters. And now that you've pocketed this spice mix, you must admit this kitchen has basically nothing to recommend itself. This window's already been pretty badly battered. Ha! Heh. You're not exaggerating when you say this. You have no idea who's going to fix this. Yeah. You hurl a pog through the broken window, and for no reason in particular, the monsters don't care, and neither do you. That's great. You hurl a pet treat through the broken window, intending to summon your faithful, sweet, beautiful dog. A bat-like monster or bat monster immediately swoops down and snatches it out of midair. Okay, stay in doghouse, buddy. Precious heirloom. Throw your precious heirloom through a broken window? Are you bonkers? Some toothy terror would make a meal out of it in 2 shakes. In 2 shakes. Looks like someone tapped this window already, quite forcefully. Ha ha! It's the middle of November and you're already getting cold in here from the draft. Haha. Already using all the grace and poise you have just to avoid shredding your feet on the broken glass now covering the kitchen floor. Oh, I see that. I didn't notice that. So if you're wondering how you were walking all over the glass without being hurt, stop wondering that. Mystery solved. I'm not sure whether I should get the marbles first or whether I should use the spice on everything first. I think the marbles will also be another item that I can use, so I'm going to hold off and then I'll be able to use 2 at a time or whatever. Hello, bird. Look. It looks like all the fracas with the monster got him pretty shook up. You might have to find something here in the kitchen you can tempt him with. Something in the... Was this open before? No! I didn't want to do that. Ta-da! All you can raid from the meager cabinet is the stalest, tiniest, worst cracker. Alright, what happens if I do befriend? As you do not have flight capability, the pigeon remains out of reach. Maybe he needs enticing. What do pigeons like? Do they like spice? Sugar and spice and everything nice? The pigeon just saw you kill the monster with this stuff. There's no way he'll go for it. Batteries. The coy wink of the setting sun off the tip of this copper-top dynamo holds no interest for your feathery quarry or his mysterious parcel. He hungers for something else. Maybe something from the cupboard? You're just tossing ideas around here. Yeah, I get it. If pogs are what it takes to get him off the fridge, he can stay up there. There's gotta be something else around here that he'd be more into. Dog treats? Oddly enough, you aren't sure these are safe for birds. After the violent, strangled death of that monster, you're a little nervous about feeding things to other things at random. Maybe there's something safer around here, like bread? Bread-like, at least. Yeah, I got it. Ta-da! Nothing. You guess you already saw a fair bit of your fancy footwork when you were dealing with that monster. Ballet? No response. Either that or he was completely enraptured by your elegance and grace. You prefer to believe the latter, but that doesn't really solve your problem. You need to tempt this little fellow with something bad. Something like garbage, but food. Alright, I'm gonna look at this saltine cracker with my face. This stale cracker was sitting at the back of the cabinet for so long that taking it feels like robbing a museum. Still, someone might like it. This belongs in a museum. That belongs in a museum! Okay, the spice mix would probably make it taste better, but you're still not going to eat it. Heck, the spice mix would make cardboard taste better, but you're not going to eat that either. I mean, it's basically the same thing as cardboard. Okay, that silly pigeon would probably prefer this cracker without a copper topping. Hey, more stale garbage. Today's really looking up for you. What's that? What's that the kids say? Tubular? This is just tubular. Thank you, 80s or 70s? One of those two. You combine the stale cracker and the pet treats into a sadness bruschetta. Wow, things have gotten pretty bleak around here, huh? Maybe not that bleak, though. You separate the sadness bruschetta into its original ingredients. Okay, both have ridges. That's about all you've got right now. The agitated bird and recently asphyxiated monster are kind of hard to get out of your head. Yeah, it's there on the floor. The human-like hands are kind of creepy. You could stomp all over this cracker or, offer it to the hungry-looking cutie on the fridge. Up to you, really. Yeah. If you're looking for a partner, you could probably do a lot worse than a little doofus on the fridge. Than that little doofus on the fridge. He seems particularly interested in that stale cracker you picked up for whatever reason. Opening the door to throw a cracker outside would probably result in your losing that pigeon, which you're pretty sure you need. Just look at that little fella. He'd go wild for this cracker, you can tell. You sprinkle some spice mix across the threshold, hoping to mask the human scent in the house from reaching the monsters outside. None of them seem to have any eyes, which your junior veterinarian's training tells you they primarily rely on smelling and hearing to track their prey. That's pretty insightful, I suppose. You don't want to tempt any more flying monsters to come crashing through the window. You just have to kill them with the spice mix too. And honestly, you're still wrestling with the implications of that, ethically. Also, it may have been a fluke. You'd rather not test it out, if you don't have to. Dishes. Eating a stale cracker off a dirty dish seems like something you only do after you've been living alone for a while, or you're a pigeon. Okay. This usually goes on the food while you're cooking it, not into the crusty sink remnants 3 days later. But hey, it's an unusual day, so you give the remnants a dusting. Alright. Look at the table. Stale cracker and the oily, hardened remnants of some takeout food from... You don't remember exactly when. It must be your birthday. It's not, though. It's not your birthday. Nice try. When there was food in these, maybe. Although that would have been kind of gross, just dumping dry sauce on already prepared Chinese food. You'll suggest it to Jude next time. Okay, sorry, I was confused about the wording of that. Let me go over and poke this dog bag with my stale biscuit. Dog food and a stale cracker. It's, wow, things got depressing pretty quick around here, huh? You guess that monster dying was kinda the canary in the mineshaft that the gritty grimness factor of your adventure was about to kick into high gear. Alright. Even if there were dog food in here, that's bound to be a bad move. A dog-sensitive sniffer would get overwhelmed by the potent flavor sensations contained in this tiny shaker. Tiny shaker. The tube highway that Jude's pet uses to get around the house. You haven't seen it tonight, fortunately. I think I already read that. But, okay. Jude's pet isn't, a vegetarian. Okay. That would probably freak Jude's pet out pretty badly. You don't like that thing, but you're not cruel. Did I do this? Ugh, that thing moves on under its own power. I'm not sure if I did. Between the Pogs, the gross pet, and the paramilitary conspiracy stuff, Jude has a lot of strikes against him in the salvageable male category. Okay. No, these aren't for Jude's pet. It has a very specific diet. Does it now? How can you be so disgusted by Jude's pet and love this key so much? Well, because they're nothing alike, not in the slightest. That would bring Jude's pet in a hurry, which is the last thing you need right now, or ever, no thanks. You have to admit, Jude's pet is pretty graceful, disgusting, but graceful. What, like, that thing in your basement is your pet now? No thanks. You have no interest in forming an emotional connection with the weird monster who terrified you in a basement. Better not tempt fate. You just barely escaped that serpent. You mean snake. You mean monster. It's just a monster. Snakes don't have legs. It had a ton of legs. Way more than you, even. You're more the snake than it is. What? Okay, you've gotten away from your original point a little, which is that you're not going back down there. Can I use these other stuff now? I guess not. Do you want a saltine? Oh, sadly, when this guy was mummified, he probably had all his digestive organs removed. He couldn't handle some warm soybeans in cold water, let alone this dry, dusty crunch square. That is an interesting description, for sure. Whatever's keeping this fella from rotting, it seems to be doing the trick on its own. But the minute he starts to go bad, you'll be ready to spice him. Spice him till he's fragrant. That'd be the best, wouldn't it? But if you started throwing things away just because they were garbage, why, you'd have to throw away most of the things you're carrying, really. That's great. Hey, whoa now, you're not throwing away the spice mix. It can improve any food. Well, all you need is any food. Okay. Stale crackers don't need to be refrigerated. It's too late for them. Freshness retreats infinitely. Always already lost. Okay, such poetry. This spice mix is pretty good, but it can't do much for the flavor of baking soda and a single molding orange. Yeah, that's gross. Fax machine. What? You fax the stale cracker to a random number, or rather, you fax the black and white image of a stale cracker to a random number. The stale cracker stays where it is, that is to say, in your possession. Boy, you're just really thrilled about all this. Wordplay. You're about to fax a picture of spice to a random person, but you worry it might be hard to collect the spices again afterwards, so you reconsider. Phew, you very nearly did something kind of ridiculous and time-wasting. Bullet dodged. When you try to leave, you hear a soft, sad coo from the pigeon on the top of the from the pigeon on top of the fridge. Surely you're not going to abandon him. What if any monster wakes back up? Besides, doesn't he have something you need? So I can't use any of this stuff on the door. Okay. Time to use the cracker on the doodad. Boop. Wow, I have the pigeon in my inventory now. Success! This little fella, Byers, you think. Yes, you're pretty sure this is Byers. Gobbles down the stale cracker as you tuck him into your pocket. He's got a little parcel around his neck, which you're fine with letting him hold on to until you actually figure out what you're supposed to do with it. Alright, what does Jude have to say? Okay, got the marbles. Do you want me to send the pigeon back?
No, over.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to shout, just worried. Please protect Byers' his chance of surviving return trip for every bullet over.
You guys can read, right? Okay. Okay, yeah, good point. Seems pretty dicey out there.
Affirmative, over.
I'll just use these marbles or whatever then. I'll let you know how it goes.
Affirmative, good luck, sis, over and out.
Aye, pigeon. Use the spices. What? No, Byers is not a snack. You don't know that. Okay. Byers, what do you make of these batteries? Why did you pick them up? What purpose will they ultimately serve? Or are you just carrying them around out of a sense of curiosity? Or is it just inertia? Why do they keep popping in your hand, pooping in your hand? Oh, sorry, Byers, that got a little pointed. What? That was interesting. He's probably going to try to eat them, right? That's what he'll do, because he's a simple little bird brain who, okay. So he's wearing the pog like a little hat. Touché, Byers. It's pretty darn cute. Byers picks the treat up with his beak and after a moment spits it back into your hand. Evidently he doesn't care for the taste. Either that, or this bird is literally too dumb to know what food is. Aww. Byers is a cutie, but you're not quite sure if you want to entrust your shiny, treasured memory of your dearly departed mother to an animal with a fascination for shiny objects and a proclivity for flying out of reach. This is very specific. That had startled the bejesus out of him. Would it now? No. Byers gives you a little wink as if to say, one day, sure, when you're ready. Wow, talk about fresh. I don't get it. Okay, flashlight. Face. This is Byers, apparently. He has a little satchel around his neck. Jude says there's some marbles in there, so you guess those will come in handy somehow. Until such a situation presents itself, you're content to let Byers handle marbles duty. Alrighty. Sounds like a great recipe for dead pigeon. Oh, it's so sad. Can I fax this pigeon? You put one of Byers' feathers gently in the fax slot and punch a random number. Someone out there just got a fax full of beautiful bird feather. So no one can ever say Joey Claire didn't leave her mark on the world. Oh boy. Whoa, hey! Don't insinuate that all pigeons like trash. That is definitely an overgeneralization. Wow, that is an interesting word. And he's pecking a hole in the trash trying to eat the old eggshells. Disappointing and weird, Byers. Silly Byers. Eggshells are for kids. Door. If you're gonna send him outside, you probably just use the giant hole in the window. Man, the huge hole where the window used to be is what it said, I think. You attempt to send Byers? Yeah, you're pretty sure this is Byers. You attempt to send Byers back to your brother, but he refuses to leave your hand. Maybe he had a rough trip or something. That's fine. You'll hold on to him for a little while longer. Too small for a cage, too empty for a meal, too greasy for a bird you plan on putting back in your pocket. Why is the bird in my pocket? I wish there was an animation for the bird, like, sitting on my shoulder or something. That would be cool. That's a little too domestic, honestly. Let's try to keep things this professional. It's not like he's your boyfriend or anything. Oh, getting him to do the dishes? I get it. My sister does that a lot. Bag. No matter how hungry your pets get, you would never feed them to each other. Wow, geez, Joey. That's not what I had in mind, but alright. Go, pigeon. You better keep Byers away from that tube. There's a reason Jude keeps the pigeon safe in his treehouse, far away from his pet. Is it a ferret? I don't know. You can just tell Byers wants to make an absolute ruin of the hat, although he would look just as cute as a button while doing so. You cannot condone it. You can't condone it. Now I've got a pigeon. Oh boy. Byers doesn't need to know about your pa's sexy lamp. Let him stay innocent, if only for a little longer. Why is this happening? You hate to lean on this pun, but this lamp is already pretty spicy. It's a funny joke. Look at this big old pile of nesting materials. Byers looks eager as can be to shred these and start pooping and egging all over them. Egging? Legging? Laying eggs? Books, the spice of life. Of pretty dull lives, anyway. What? How could you say that? Go bird! Go bird! Why can't I click on any of this stuff? I thought I could click on this before. Can I click on this? Yeah, I mean, what? Bear clock. Byers is pretty impressed by the wingspan on this thing. Fanny. This thing had a few too many cooks in the kitchen already. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Byers isn't smart enough to understand these are supposed to represent faces, but they're utterly alien to him. Ooh, they already have a nice mahogany smell. Yay! Wood does smell nice. Is it gonna let me walk over here? Please don't let me walk over here. I didn't want to be able to walk over here, because that means that there's more stuff to click on. Sorry, I'm just making sure I know what's clickable. Alright, here we go. Hey, what's he doing? What? Wow, you guess this little doofus has some hidden depths. Okay. You feel no immediate need to spice things up by ruining this massive antique with flavor powder. Flavor powder. Go Byers. Byers apparently appears somewhat intimidated by the extremely dead taxidermy animal before you. From your perspective, their heads seem equally hollow. It would not only be impractical to kick this poor creature up a notch with magical spice mix, it would also be woefully disrespectful. Okay. You don't feel great about the idea of sending this feathery little goofster into all the bad business stomping around out there. It was pretty cold of Jude to send him into that. Now that you think of it, thank goodness no one was hurt. Except for that first pigeon, and yeah. The entranceway is dusty enough, you don't have to... you don't even have a mat to wipe your feet on. You and Jude just trundle in from outside every day, shoes filthy, tracking dirt all over these beautiful rugs. A tragedy. Bear. He's either using his powerful avian instincts to instantly ascertain that this bear is not in fact alive, or he literally didn't notice it. Hard to say. Your head is already swimming from just standing downwind of the rank miasma that surrounds this awful thing. You really don't think its flavor needs any strengthening. My game seems to be having a problem. Alright, well, my computer doesn't seem to want to record this anymore, because it just started getting all laggy for some reason. So, I guess it'll still be the end of the episode?